Hey, welcome back to Sales Made Easy. This is Tom at salesmadeeasy.com. Looking forward to these next couple months. And I'll say that because of the tariffs. Good, bad, or indifferent, whether you like them or don't like them, it doesn't matter. There's an old saying, may you live in interesting times. You know, every time when we're in sales, at least in my experience, we have great economy and we're doing great and we're selling a lot of people and we're doing a good job and our pipeline's full. And then all of a sudden something happened and people are saying, we can't buy, we can't move, we can't do something different. This happens every 5 to 10 years max. If you look at American history, we've had a recession every 8 years to 10 years. And inside those times, we've had different things. We had the dot-com bubble, which if you're not my age, you won't remember it. We also had 9/11. We had the crash of 2007. All my life, there's always been something that, hey, when things are going smooth, all of a sudden something happens. So, number one, we shouldn't be upset about it. Number two, the great thing about this is you can prepare for it. Unlike 9/11, where planes hit buildings and all of a sudden, boom, the next day everything was shot off. Or unlike COVID, where all of a sudden, boom, everybody said we're shut in. We now know this is happening and we know it could affect our business and we can start preparing for it. And there's certain ways we can do this. So everybody knows, on May 29th, I am doing a workshop from 10:30 to 12 on Central Time, no charge workshop via Zoom. Please email me, Tom at salesmadeeasy.com, and we will get you an invite. And what we're going to work on is Tariff Busters, the ways we can deal with this type of economic scare, which is what it is. It is a fear that, for partly, it's the media's issue of blowing this up and making this bad, and it's something that happens, but it seems like the media starts stomping all over it, and then we all get fear. The difference is when we have this type of thing happening in the past where economy is going smooth, you hear all different objections and all different excuses. We can't move forward because we're in an audit. We can't move forward because of whatever. All different. But when we have a recession like we did, when we have COVID like we did, when we have 9/11, any of those things, people said, we're in a recession. We can't buy or change. And we all believe it because we're living in that same recession. We're having the same issues. So we all buy into it. And that's the fallacy, because this is when you want to be able to sell. This is number one, where you test how good you are. Number two, this is where you can actually create real customers and not sales. So a couple things. First of all, May 29th, write it down, 10:30 to 12 Central Time. Email me, I'll get you an invitation. But here's the things I want you to think about. There's going to be three things we're talking about today. Number one is make a customer, not a sale. You know, we've talked about this in the past. So I really want you to think about, if you're in this time, right, we get our bosses saying, go make sales. Oh my God, your pipeline's dried up. So we're getting in front of people trying to sell stuff. And I really want you to think about, get in front of people, make a customer. It's not about the immediate sale, because you're not going to build a relationship if that's all you're about. You're not going to build a strong relationship in these turbulent times to last for another 10 years. So this is the time where you get in front of people and build the relationships. Yeah, you're going to make sales, but I guarantee you, without relationships, you're definitely not making sales. So you got to get in front of people and get those relationships going and building. Because I want you to think about this, is every time there's been a recession or what have you, where the economy's going great and all of a sudden we plummet, we always come back out. Actually, normally we come out back out better than we did before. So yes, 2 months, 3 months, whatever it might be. COVID was much longer. That was probably the longest one I've ever encountered. We had 2006, 2007. That was 4 months, 5 months before we came out. 9/11, same thing. So I want you to think about, you're always coming out. And when you come out, if you've done no work, nothing, then guess what? The economy come out, but you're going to boom, boom. Right there. So I really want you to think about, number one, are you truly working hard enough? Because you got to work much, much harder than before. And you got to get in front of people, and you got to have a great 30-second commercial, which we're going to read a deal about on the 29th. You got to have a great 30-second commercial for this turbulent time and to give somebody a reason to meet with you. And that's going to happen today, and start working on it today. So be here May 29th. That's number one. Number two, I want you to think about, one, it's about building a customer, not a sale. Two, it's not about price, So really want you to think about, I just had an encounter with someone who was struggling, and I said, why are you struggling? And she said, well, because our customer our company charges more than my company I used to work for. And I don't see a difference. I don't see a reason why people should pay more. That's some head trash. She was thinking she's going to a bigger company with more services, more people to answer phone, more backup. And she can't see a reason to charge more or a value to the client. I got to tell you, if that's in your head, get out of sales. Or if you're really into selling cheap, which is what this is, I want to sell low price because that's all people care about. Get out of the company you're at and go back to Kmart and sell for Kmart. Really want you to think it's not about price. And even in this economy, it's not about price. It's about, can you lower my costs? Can you help me stay in business? They might sit there and say, we're only buying on price. In reality, they're only buying on cost. So you got to partner with people. So that's number two. Number three is you got to qualify them, because just like anybody in this turbulent time, your company needs to work in the most profitable customers, people that are going to make them money. Yeah, you can go to much smaller customers. You might even look at, how do I change my business around? But are you going to make money? And when you come out of whatever it is, are you going to be able to keep this person as a customer? So they qualify for you doing the hard work you're going to do to build in there. So those are three things I want you to think about. Those three things. And I also want you to think about, when you're talking to people, the reason they're going to change in this economy is how much pain you found. If it's just we want to do better, nothing's going to change. So you got to have much better questions to ask to find out if this is worth doing something. So those three things. Number one, make a customer, not a sale. Number two, it's not about money. Never is, never will be. But if you let that get to you, you might be out of business. And number three, are you qualifying them? Are they right for you? And will they be right for you when you get out of this maybe lower standard of doing business? So here's what I want you to do. May 29th, write it down, 10:30 to 12. Email me, Tom@SalesMadeEasy, or just leave a message for me. And I'll be more than happy to send you the invite. It's going to be 90 minutes. We're going to work on three things. How to get your head right. What should you be doing in this economy? And three, how should you be doing it? So there we go. Tom@salesmadeeasy.com. Click on my link and come out the 29th, and we'll see you then. Thanks. See you next time.